What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at a 2017 Nissan Altima. Now, customers' complaint is when they put the car in park, they hear a whining noise. So this is going to be a real quick diag video. Basically, what these cars have, they have what's called a CVT transmission. They are known to have problems and they are at a high failure point. So I'm going to show you how to basically check to see if your CVT is failing. There's a couple things you can look for, but you are going to need a scan tool that has live data. So first thing I'm going to go into is I'm going to hook up a scan tool. I'm going to pull codes, and then I'm going to show you what I look for when I am diagnosing a CVT transmission. Alright guys, so we come to the scan tool and we have one code, P17F1, and that's for CVT judder or CVT inspection. So what I'm going to go ahead and do next is I'm going to look up the live data, and I'm going to show you how you can condemn a faulty CVT transmission. Alright guys, so these are the PIDs that I look at when I'm looking at these CVT transmissions. I want my target secondary pressure and their primary pressure. Oops, sorry. And I'm also looking at my line pressure. So what we're going to look at is our secondary pressure seems to be spot on. Our primary, which is right here and here, are actually low. So the actual pressure is here, and this is where it wants to be. So it wants to be at around 72 psi, and we're sitting at 55. Give it a little bit of gas, and we see it drops a little bit, but not too much. Now, the reason I'm condemning this transmission is you can kind of hear the noise. Let's see if I can do it again. Let me just be quiet. I don't know if you hear that whining noise. Alright, so that noise right there is coming from somewhere inside the bell housing, either the pump or the torque converter itself. So I've never really tracked down what's causing the noise. More than likely it's going to be the pump, but again, I've never actually had to take one apart to locate the point of failure. It's basically, hey, this is what I found, and the warranty company go ahead and condemns the transmission. Seeing as these are high failure points, they will give me a reman transmission. So if you're having a problem, either the car is not moving in forward and or reverse, and you can get your hands on a scan tool, you can condemn the transmission pretty easy. When you put the car in gear, let's go ahead and do that right now. Move this out of the way. And we are in drive right now. Let's come back. Let's reposition. So when you're in drive, the requested pressure is going to change. So as you can see, we're looking for 87 psi. We're sitting at 68. So we are a little bit on the low side as far as what this car is calling for. Target select pressure. So if you're putting the car in gear and you're seeing target as 80 and you're seeing primary like at 10, 5, 15, whatever that might be, that's why the car is not moving. That is kind of how you condemn these CVT transmissions. Another issue that I've seen on them is you lose reverse. Same thing. You go ahead and check your primary and your secondaries, and if one of them is way off, more than likely that's what's causing your problem. So again, these are high failure points as far as the Nissans go, and they're not only in the Altimas. I believe they're in the Sentras as well, that also have a CVT transmission. And it's only, so far I've only seen it down to Nissan. I haven't seen other CVTs have this problem, but let's go and flip this around. Again, it's not any other car that has a CVT. It's going to be down to Nissans. I don't know what it is about their transmissions, but they are high failure points. So when you do have a bad transmission on these, if you're trying to do it at home and you're a do-it-yourself kind of a person, don't get a used one. Main thing on these is you cannot reprogram the transmission as well. You're going to have to get a reman that has a blank, basically a blank transmission control module, and you're going to have somebody come out and reprogram it. Now we can actually do that here. I do have a programmer here that will work on Nissan. So again, if you can get your hands on a scan tool, you can condemn the transmission. It's not that hard. You're basically just looking at the pressure most of the time. Other times there are other failures, but that's about 90% of the failures I've seen are problems with the pressure itself. I've had one weird one where the transmission control module would not communicate, had power, had ground, all that was good. So I did have a failure in the transmission control module itself. So, but again, that was a rare circumstance. But get your hands on a scan tool. You can get a Autel, smaller Autel that has, you know, live function. I believe there are maybe some, I don't know if the Android ones will pick up live data from the transmission. You want to be able to pull the pressures. Like I said, in this case, let's put it back in park. You know, we're having an actual noise, so that's more than enough information for me with this warranty company to go ahead and replace the transmission. So that's how you kind of diagnose the Nissan CVTs. You're either listening for noise like that, the car is kind of like jerking a little bit, then you're going to want to look at the pressures while you're driving the car. Alright guys, so I know the video was kind of quick. I really hope it helps. These CVTs are not that hard to troubleshoot. So, like I said, I will link a decent scan tool in the description that is able to pull live data. So again, if you're doing side jobs, if you're a do-it-yourself type of person, this should help you go ahead and track down the problems on these Nissan CVTs. Until I see you guys in the next video, you guys have a good one.